Today's share is a rose, and the scientific name of rose is Rosa. Isn't that easy? And they are in the Rosaceae family. These are the drift roses, and in this particular one I have some salvia blooming in the front and some polar bear zinnias behind it. So don't get those confused with what I'm showing you. This is my second set, and it is the coral drift rose Midriflora. I don't know if that's how you say it. I couldn't find how you say it. And the popcorn drift Nova Rose Pop. And here's the first one that I had. I absolutely love this one, and it's not quite in full bloom, you see on the left, but this combination is also the popcorn drift Nova Rose Pop, I guess that's how you say it, and the apricot drift rose Mamerote. I spied a bee on it. So I wonder how they have come up with these variety or cultivar names. Well, the one has pop in it, which of course it goes with popcorn, but why the Nova at the beginning? Because that makes me think of astronomy, and I think of flora when I see Flora at the end of one, but that's just my mind inserting an I. It's more likely it's the drift, D-R-I-F, in the middle of the name, followed by aura. And then many of the names start with May. I think it's pronounced May. It's M-E-I. And I know from drinking tea a lot that in Chinese means gorgeous or beautiful. I have to agree with that. So if you look on the website and all the pictures, PP on the tag stands for patent plant. And so each of them come with a number, so they are a patent number. And they also have a CPBR number, which stands for Canadian Plant Breeders' Right. I didn't know they had a similar thing in Canada to what they do in America, which is kind of cool. So you can't propagate these, but the plant police probably aren't going to find me doing it in my home yard, although I have no desire to propagate any plants, but I certainly wouldn't do them and give them away. Look at this. That one's that color, and that one's that color. Now this one is the apricot, and I think that looks more apricot-like, and this looks more pink-like. And look, there's another apricot. It looks so pretty against the blue. But then this one's more pink. It looks like they change colors. I don't have many of the popcorn ones blooming up here. So back to this one. These drift roses, and they have their own website if you want to go look at all their varieties. I named some of them on my website, and I'd love to get more. They were cultivated as a compact ground cover rose, being a hybrid cross between ground cover roses and miniature roses. They are self-cleaning, as no deadheading is required, but I always deadhead mine to encourage the next round to bloom more quickly. Come up top above this one. So they say they bloom all season from when they first bloom in the spring through frost, but I have found mine tend to bloom similar to my other reblooming perennials or my knockout roses. Oh, these are from the same people who made the knockout roses. I deadhead them when they're done blooming, and then about 4 weeks later they bloom again. So So similar to some, like my coreopsis, I give a haircut, and then about 4 weeks later they bloom again. So I bought the first set, the apricot one. This is the coral one with the popcorn, at Sunny Hill, and the guy recommended, I said I wanted something low to the ground. Everything in my garden sometimes gets so high, and he suggested getting 2 of these with different colors and putting them right next to each other in the ground, that they would grow into each other and be a bicolor rose. And sure enough, look, they are. Now this coral one here in 2023, I just planted it, and look, it's already like a bicolor bush. This is the popcorn, and oh, you can see some yellow buds, but often, I don't know if I can find one, they come out maybe like this one, more creamy yellow, and then the longer they're open they get whiter. And I love popcorn. I eat a lot of popcorn, so I just love that this is a popcorn variety. And here's a little closer look at the coral. Now, I love the combination of the apricot and the popcorn together. Each one of these sets has its own personality. So the apricot and popcorn one, to me, is lovely and soft and romantic and charming and calming. So many people have stopped by that in my garden, and it really catches their eye, and they love it. And I absolutely love it too. And I was thinking when I bought this one, I was getting the same. I didn't realize that they were different colors, but I'm glad they're different colors. This one with the coral, its personality is totally different. It's kind of dramatic and complementary, contrasting, vibrant, and eye-catching. So if you go on their website, you'll see a lot of different colors. And now that I've studied these up and I see all the different colors that they have, I personally want to go find some of the other colors and combine 2 more bushes together to see what I can come up with and create for another place in my garden. I do want to mention that the rain has been torrential the last few days and has really beaten these down, and look, they're still blooming great.